So what we've got here today is LittleBigPlanet Karting. LittleBigPlanet Karting has everything that makes that karting experience so addictive, so fun, right? You've got accessible controls. It's really easy to navigate your way around the track. You've got drifting and boosting around the corner there as you see him pulling off. You've got weapons that you can use offensively and defensively. You can defend incoming attacks with that weapon. You saw him just rear fire a mine there to intercept that incoming weapon. One of the things that we've brought over from LittleBigPlanet and one of Sackboy's abilities is the grapple hook, where you can actually, if you see a sponge, a grapple sponge within the environment, you can shoot his grapple hook and you can use that to swing over a hazard or explore a high road where you can collect items and gain a competitive advantage. There's multiple rewards for collecting items, right? Kart racing is traditionally about getting the best lap time or the best race time, right? Well, as an additional layer, there's a scoring element to LittleBigPlanet Karting where we actually have score bubbles from LittleBigPlanet 2 in here. As you navigate the track, you can collect score bubbles, you can collect prize bubbles, you get score rewards for attacking, for defending, for drifting, for boosting, for doing stunts, and that all accumulates into a score, and you can post that score to the online leaderboards, and it makes for nice online competition, play with your friends online. So some weapons actually have built into them multiple in inventory. So you might pick up a pod that gives you 3 straight shooters. You might pick up a pod that gives you 1 heat-seeking missile. So the pods don't stack by collecting multiples. It's just a matter of whatever random weapon you get out of that pod. One thing that's worthy of pointing out here is that the professional game designers at United Front Games are using the in-game level editor to create these karting experiences, right? So everything you see here in the game today was created using the in-game level editor. Now, that's not necessarily just the track that I'm talking about. That's the whole karting experience, right? The weapons that you're seeing here were built in the in-game level editor. The difficulty of the AI was tuned in the in-game level editor to where you can set them to be a little bit more combative, a little bit more forgiving, a little bit easier as a race goes on. Battle mode is something that's new to this karting experience. Basically, players can go into open worlds and create little battle arenas, right? You choose custom weapon sets that work great for that battle. So you see here Bryce racing around in one of the familiar environments from LBP1, the gardens, kind of one of the signature environments in there. So you got this little arena, you can race around. The object of the game is for the first player to get 10 kills before the time runs out. It's actually really fun. It's a little bit more exploratory in the sense that you can go just about any direction you want at any time you want. You can sort of hide behind, if you find a little bit of a vantage point, you can kind of hide behind and fire around, or if you're kind of running low on getting a lot of deaths, you can kind of take a quiet moment behind the race there. But battle mode's really exciting. It's definitely a different pace from racing. Adds a lot to this karting experience. Yeah, it's something that's really fun, especially when you're sitting on the couch or going online to play with friends. LittleBigPlanet Karting, it's the first in the LittleBigPlanet series to have 3D Create, right? So you've got this big 3D environment that you get to create in. So a lot of those tools have been altered to work in a 3D environment. A lot of them have been built to support kart racing. For an example, there's a lot of AI gadgets that allow you to tune the AI and how they're going to react to the player, whether they're really aggressive, how often they fire weapons, and things along those lines. So while there's definitely a foundation of tools and gadgets from LittleBigPlanet 2 that totally makes sense in LittleBigPlanet Karting, LittleBigPlanet Karting definitely offers some new ones that are appropriate to kart racing as well. So the slap is definitely different from, the smack is definitely different from the typical weapons. Basically, you can slap left or right. It's something that's very fun in LittleBigPlanet, right? It's doing a little bit of griefing, smacking your friends around. It just makes sense in a kart racing game where you can pull up alongside of somebody and give them a nice smack to sort of slow them down for a second in the race. Talked a lot about the create, right? Well, maybe I'm not all that interested in create, right? So what does that mean for me? Well, I'll tell you what it means is you can go online, you can see what this vast LittleBigPlanet community has created and shared with the rest of the people to enjoy. And it's not your typical kart racing game where, you get 10 to 15 tracks with, 15 to 20 weapons, and basically that's what you get to replay with. And you know, maybe you unlock some mirrored versions or something along those lines, but no, in LittleBigPlanet Karting, you can literally go online, and because of the robust create and all the online community, you can go online, you can see what the community's shared, you can literally race 10 to 15 brand new tracks every day if you want to. So there's really, it's a great experience in that regard that's always fresh and always new. Everybody is a valuable community member, right? Like, so without the creators, then you wouldn't have all of these races. But without the racers, I don't know that the creators would be really that motivated to create something that nobody's going to enjoy, right? So there's definitely a relationship there, and it's not all about getting points in the game or anything like that. It's just about a good community that works together. They've got a set of creators that are really happy to have all of these other players enjoy their creations, give them feedback on their creations so that they can make their creations better, newer, fresher. So it's a great relationship that everybody has within that LBP community. There's definitely content within the game that gets promoted within the game, whether it's, you know, moderated what the development team picks, or whether it just goes into what is considered hot because there's a lot of people playing it lately. So there's definitely a lot of motivation and satisfaction that creators get out of having and seeing their creations up at the top of the playlist for this week. So one of the most popular ones this week, or it was actually picked as a favorite by the development team and featured this week. So aside from tangible unlockables, there's a lot of reward and gratification that they get out of creating and sharing their creations.